The ultra-Orthodox are a small percentage of Jews as a whole. But Brooklyn, New York, with tens of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews, is the largest such population outside of Israel. One of them is Rabbi Nuchem Rosenberg.
So your Judaism is as strong as ever.
Yes, it is.
But Rabbi Rosenberg is troubled.
You're saying that you believe that 1 out of 5 children in your community has been molested.
Yes. We believe that. We know that.
Allegations of a widespread sex abuse cover-up in this community have led Rabbi Rosenberg to launch a hotline for victims and their families. But if you think everyone would be thanking him for his efforts, you'd be wrong. He's not subjected to things like this. Posters plastered around the community with his face on a snake, with the words corrupt traitor spelled out in Hebrew. Also,
So you say you've received death threats because of this.
Death threats on daily basis.
Can you talk to me a little?
Shalom, shalom, shalom. First, I want to give all the praises and the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the fellow Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters of the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. So, before I continue playing this video, so this is the man that broke the silence on the pedophilia that's going on, that was going on and continues to go on within the Hasidic community of these small hats, right? Hence today's edification is called the small hats call it grandfather love, and you're going to understand why I called today's edification the small hats call it grandfather love, right? Because this is the man that blew the whistle on the massive pedophilia ring that exists within the Hasidic Jewish community, all right? This is the rabbi that blew the lid on all of it, okay? All right, and he's been ostracized from the community because of what he did. And just like he said 1 in 5 are being sexually abused within their community, right? Now, we saw an event the other day, right, where you saw where they found those tunnels under the most revered synagogue for this Hasidic community in New York, in Crown Heights, right, where the New York Police Department were called in because the builders found this secret tunnel, or the owners found some secret tunnel of the building. The owners of the building that own the synagogue found some secret tunnel underneath it, all right? And remember what they found in the secret tunnel, right? I just want to quickly play this clip here. This is what they found in the secret tunnel, all right, underneath this massive, one of the most revered synagogues of this Hasidic community in Crown Heights in New York. Now, I want you to look what they was pulling out of this secret tunnel, and then I'm going to play the interview with this rabbi that blew the lid on the massive pedophilia ring that goes on within his community. All right. So let's quickly play this. This is what they found. Can you see what's on the screen there? You're going to see what they're going to pull out of the secret tunnel. See what those mattresses they're pulling out of that secret tunnel? Watch. That one was soil. So that's what they was pulling out of that secret tunnel. There's another even close-up video here you're going to see. Hold on.
Now, at least 9 arrests were made, but this footage here is extremely weird. Did you see that? Take a look. Why is there a mattress with that on it?
You see that? The mattress was soiled.
This one. Now, at least 9 arrests were made, but this footage here.
See the mattress? See the soiled mattress? That's what this is what they was pulling out of that secret tunnel that they discovered on Friday night.
Is extremely weird. Did you see that? Take a look. Why is there a mattress with that on it in that place?
Look at that. See that?
Genuinely, why is there a stained mattress in a dugout tunnel system in that place? What is going on? Anyways, after that situation...
Absolutely. What is going on? So You want to get a bit of understanding of what's going on? Listen to, we're going to play now the rest of the interview from this rabbi that he was the whistleblower many years ago of what's massively going on within this community, all right? That they try to keep
A
hidden.
little bit about your own struggles. You said that you were currently ostracized.
Well, let's put it this way. About 9 years ago, when I started this movement, these rabbis, until when I started to go against them, they never had any resistance. Every time they would call somebody in, they would threaten him with ostracization or other things, and also killing. I have on my phone, which I took down, and I'm going to give it to you. They threatened to kill also. One time I was assaulted. I had something flying into my head and it was bleeding. There's pictures of that. It was written up in the Daily News. Another time somebody threw bleach in my face. He walked by next to me like this, and then I turned to see who it is. He threw bleach in my face. I was 1.5 days. I was almost blind. I went to the hospital. And the man walked away without having any jail term because it's Williamsburg, and his father happens to be one of the big machers, one of the big people there. This is every car that goes by, I have to watch how I cross. I never cross in front of a red light, and a car stays there because somebody would run me over. So I have to go between cars, And
you said that you don't even have a place to pray.
Yeah, I don't even have a place to pray. There's 140 or 150 shuls, and they ostracized me from every one of those shuls until I found a small place at the end of Williamsburg. It's a different kind of shul. It's like a modern Orthodox shul, and they would let me in. But other than that, I don't have a regular place to pray.
And this is the type of intimidation and scare tactics, though, that...
Just a second. I want to see if I close this because I don't want it to...
Go off in the middle, yeah.
Okay. And this is what?
This is the type of intimidation and scare tactics that people who speak out against sex abuse and molestation within the Hasidic community have to suffer.
That is correct. And not only people who speak out against it, but victims, they do the same. They treat the victims exactly like the activists. They don't want to hear it.
I hope you can see the parallels between the Hasidic Jewish community and the Catholic Church. I hope you can see the parallels between these two, right? The Hasidics and the Catholics. This is the parallel between these two major religions.
They want to show that they have a clean community, and the reason why they want to show it is because they take millions of dollars from the government, and they claim that they have law and order, and they take care of even boys that don't really are not up to par. They take care of everybody, and they claim that the rabbis, with their holiness and those books that they teach them, that makes the professionalism to be able to do this. But unfortunately, every boy that doesn't go together with the flow, they're out in the street. I bet you if you
understand, like what he's telling you, this is their greatest cover. This is just like the Catholic Church. The cover for these pedophiles is that they're using their religions to try to paint themselves as these holy people. The same thing with the Catholic Church and the priests in the Catholic Church and the pedophile scandal and the pedophilia that continues today in the Catholic Church. They use their religions, their positions of who they are, to cover what they are really doing within these organizations. Listen up.
You have the time to come down, to go from one end of Williamsburg to the other end of Williamsburg. For every boy we don't find over 100 boys and girls in the street who are between 7 and 14 years old, I'll give you a bonus, $1,000. You wouldn't believe what's happening. And they keep on telling the government, we're taking care. And unfortunately, the way they're taking care is that if you have a problem, you have to put it under the carpet. Otherwise, they intimidate you and they exercise you and they do everything wrong against the books, against the law books. And so they use it against you. Everything that is wrong.
So when you first heard about these allegations in Curious Joel, what were your initial thoughts?
When I first heard, in fact, I saw on the video from Channel 12, when I first saw this, I want you to know this is a pattern that keeps on repeating itself again and again and again. We had a principal who was also about 35 years in Williamsburg, and his name is Mr. Reichman. It was all over in the newspapers for years, and he intimidated boys. And one mother was very loyal to her son, and she says, I'm going to come out. She came into the office and she says, I don't want to put him in jail. I just want him to get out of the school. So they took him out of the school. Now, watch what happened. The minute the boy became over statute of limitation, which is his 21st birthday, his 23rd birthday, they took him back. They took the principal back. And his mother was furious, and she took lawyers, and the lawyers said, there's nothing we can do. That's the
Same thing they do in the Catholic Church, right? The minute they believe the problem is out of the way or the statute of limity is passed, back into his position of power, back into the place where he was being a predatory paedophile to the boys, the young boys, under his tutorship. Same thing, same MO. Listen up.
end. But meanwhile, because it was such a big commotion, there was another person that said he did the same thing to me. What they used to do is, and I want you to see that this is a pattern that's going on.
That was my next question, but go ahead.
He used to take him into the office Friday, and you know, Friday is what they call payday. So if you didn't know that good in school, you know, for your studies for the week, then they would pay you. They would say, listen, you're no good. They would close the light, and before you know it, they would put you in the lap, and they would do whatever. The rest is all for you to understand. So one day, this boy was a little furious. Why is he doing this to me? So he says, I'm giving you grandfather love. You didn't have a grandfather. He was killed in Auschwitz. So I'm giving.
This is why they call it grandfather love. So the Hasidic rabbis, Jews that were committing these acts of pedophilia, when they were sexually abusing the young boys, they called it grandfather love. Grandfather love. They said you didn't get the grandfather love because your grandfather died in, or your great-grandfather died in the Holocaust. So we're going to give you the grandfather love. Now he's going to explain to you exactly what the grandfather love is.
Giving you the love that you missed from your grandfather. And the same pattern he did to other boys as well. So now another boy came, now he was still in statute of limitation. He says, if this Mr. Reichman is not fired, I'm going to come out against him and I'm going to put him in jail. So they had no choice and they had to tell him to go. The same is the story with this one here. He's taking a boy and he's making believe that he's giving him some kind of love, which is a joke and a half. The boy is shivering and he's not just hugging him, he's also moving him back and forth. I don't want to be graphic what that means, okay? Now he has a grandson, this principal has a grandson who came where I was last week in shul, you know, in that shul that I told you, Modern Orthodox. He comes in there and he says, you know, God bless you, Rabbi Rosenberg. I said, what is? He says, you know, that's my grandfather. He says, my father's name is David, and that's my grandfather. And I want you to know that he used to do this to all his grandchildren, and we were scared of him. We would never go close to him because this is the kind of sex abuse he used to do. So I asked him, how do you know it was sex abuse? He says, what are you kidding? He used to touch the penis through the clothes. He used to do everything that shouldn't be done. And he says, God bless you for doing what you did. And now this morning I get a call from a cousin of mine, and he says he's in the shul, and there's, you know, people screaming, what's going on? He says, the person that just spoke up is a nephew from this principal, and he says he is an animal. He used to do this to all his close relatives, and it's good that they stopped him. This is, you know, people know what this is all about. So the pattern goes that he's giving grandfather love. So on my hotline, I said, you know, Rabbi Leibowitz molested over thousands of boys and he went to jail and all. So maybe he gave them great-grandfather love because he's already great-grandfather. So what is this joke saying it's grandfather love? Now, well, let me ask you, if you do anal sex with a boy, maybe that's also grandfather love. Look at the status of the man. Is he a grandfather? It's grandfather.
You hear that? If you do anal sex with a boy, they were calling it grandfather love. Listen to him again.
Rabbi Leibowitz molested over thousands of boys and he went to jail and all. So maybe he gave them great-grandfather love because he's already great-grandfather. So what is this joke saying it's grandfather love? Now, well, let me ask you, if you do anal sex with a boy, maybe that's also grandfather love. Look at the status of the man. Is he a grandfather? It's grandfather love. Is he a father? Then it's father love. Hey, this is not accepted. If we start accepting these olden ways of thinking the way they used to do it, I don't know from where they came from, then we, the whole United States, is finished. We should.
He said the way they used to do it, we don't know where it came from. So this is something that's been going on for generations within the Hasidic community and continues to go on today. He says they've been doing it for generations, he said. All right, listen to him again.
With a boy, maybe that's also grandfather love. Look at the status of the man. Is he a grandfather? It's grandfather love. Is he a father? Then it's father love. Hey, this is not accepted. If we start accepting these olden ways of thinking the way they used to do it, I don't know from where they came from.
The way they used to do it. If we start accepting these old ways, these old traditions, the way they used to do it, he's saying. Hence, letting you know this has been going on for decades within these communities. It is an old tradition of this sexual abusing of young boys within the Hasidic community. And this is what this rabbi here is explaining to you. All right?
Then we, the whole United States, is finished. We should not let him go by this. We should not let him pass by. I got calls of tens of women. I got calls after this thing broke loose, and I had it on my blog. You can see it on my blog. I took it off from the Channel 12. Women would cry. They would say, Rabbi, we thought you were hallucinating. We didn't believe for 10 years you're telling us what's happening. If this is what's happening, that we can't send these children to school anymore. This is unacceptable. We're mothers. We know what this is all about. We should not let this pass by. So then I tell them, you know, if you're a mother and you had a hard time bringing this.
I heard you saying that they should protest.
Why don't you go out and protest?
And so then that's the problem, is that nobody does. They don't want to speak out against their government, against the leaders.
That is right. So let me ask you, who is financing all this? Who is financing this? It's the United States government. We, with our tax money, are building in a society where people want to be normal. They want to live a decent life. We are financing them. They're
absolutely right. Absolutely right. Financing that type of behavior, supporting it. So when you think about this push for the shirt lifters, the Moes and the Lesbos in America, the push for the trans community, right? They're all the same. Pedophilia, all of the same. They all come under the same umbrella. This push for this sexual immorality in America is pushed and funded by the United States government. Just like what he said, we are responsible for it all, because they take when he says we, the government, they take the taxpayers' money and they finance these type of sexual immorality. This is why they push this deviant behavior, because these government officials are doing the exact same thing. Let's just listen.
Right. So let me ask you, who is financing all this? Who is financing this? It's the United States government. We, with our tax money, are building in a society where people want to be normal. They want to live a decent life. We are financing them. The government is pumping in millions of dollars, and they're putting their school safety board from their people. And at the end of the day, obviously, we're building a Hasidic ISIS group. That's what we're building with our money. And that should be stopped right away.
The ultra-Orthodox Jewish world is very insular. In many ways, life is lived like it was many centuries ago. Back then, there was deep distrust of the outside world, and that's the case today. Problem with cutting yourself off from people like police is that child molesters and other scoundrels often take advantage. Because of the distrust of outsiders, people in this community generally report alleged crimes to religious authorities, not to police, and will almost never talk to a stranger on camera.
Sir, can I ask you a quick question? I'm with CNN. We're doing a story about the community. If there's a crime, I'm at CNN, we're doing a story about the community.
And when they do talk, you're likely to hear something like this.
Do you think child molestations happen in this neighborhood?
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
So when you hear about things like that happening, you don't think they're true?
That's not true.
You think people are making it up?
Yes. In this,
How wicked these small acts are. With a big smile on his face, they know. You just saw that the rabbi who's been ostracized from the community, who exposed the whole syndicate. He said it's rife within their community. He said at least minimum one in five children are being sexually abused by these men.
this neighborhood cannot happen.
Why do you think that?
Never happened.
The secular world
Don't tell that to Pearl Engelman, a faithful member of the community, who says her son Joel, one of her 7 children, was molested by a school official starting when he was 8 years old.
It pains me. It pains me terribly.
She and her husband never knew about it while it was going on. She told leaders in the community when she found out, but for the most part, she says, it was kept quiet. And almost 20 years later, it's too late to go to police. The statute of limitations is expired.
The cover-up is what devastates me, because we are not the kind of people to cover this up. We stand for the truth.
You don't stand for the truth, darling. And this is why you allowed your son to be sexually abused. You don't stand for the truth. Just like he said, you mothers that know that your children are being sexually abused, if you wanted to do something about it, you would have stood up and protested within your community against those men, those leading men that are all part of those paedophile rings, but you refuse to do it. So you don't stand up. So that's an absolute lie what you just said, because that rabbi just said that. It says you mothers are also responsible for what's happening to your children because you allow it to happen.
Stand for justice.
Her son, now 27, has left the community. So is this man, Loser Tversky, who says he was molested for years by a tutor.
And you were how old?
I was 9.
And he was how old?
Probably in his late 20s, or something like mid-20s.
And that's the man who molested you.
Yes.
One would presume that Brooklyn's district attorney and his chief of sex crimes would be all over these allegations. And indeed, they say they are.
Anytime we have a single case, it's very serious to us.
They know exactly what I'm doing when I'm prosecuting people from their community. They know the people who we send to jail.
But disturbingly, the people you've met in this story, as well as others, believe 22-year veteran DA Charles Hines is part of the problem. They say this Catholic DA protects suspected ultra-Orthodox Jewish molesters.
Because that's what they did to the Catholic Church. He's a Catholic DA. What else would you expect? These same Catholic DAs were protecting the Catholic priests that were committing mass acts of paedophilia within the Catholic Church. Same thing, same MO.
So he can stay in office.
Well, this is a block vote. This is when the rabbis say vote for Charles Hines, there will be nobody here that will not vote for Charles Hines.
He cares about his election. He cares about staying in as district attorney. He doesn't care about the victims.
There is anger that Charles Hines does not release names of suspected molesters in the ultra-Orthodox community. Releasing suspects' names is standard procedure at prosecutors' offices all over the United States.
Your position is that you don't release the names of accused Orthodox Jewish suspects.
Correct.
And why is that?
Because in releasing the names, within days, magically, they find the name of the victim, and then the intimidation starts. And by the way,
did you do that with any other community?
No. I mean, if the Amish people were living here, I suppose I'd have the same practice.
But not the Roman Catholic Church.
No, there's never been any allegations about intimidation by priests.
Did you hear that? The man said, "I'm not the Roman Catholic Church." He went, "There's never been any allegations of intimidation by Roman Catholic priests." Oh my gosh. Just to show that this man is in the heart of the paedophilia, this prosecutor. This is what they do. They protect their own because they are committing the same acts. He said there's not a single priest that was accused of paedophilia in the Roman Catholic Church.
But did you do that with any other community?
No. I mean, if the Amish people were living here, I suppose I'd have the same practice. But
not the Roman Catholic Church.
No, there's never been any allegations about intimidation by priests.
But don't you see that some could see that means you're trying to curry favor with a very important black voting group for you?
And my answer is, again, I show an odd way of showing my gratitude with all of the cases I have brought.
The DA says over the last 3 years, he's been able to substantially increase arrests after starting a special program to reach out to victims and convince them to talk to outside authorities. Pearl Engelman doesn't believe much of what the DA says, but notably admits she too did not tell the police when she found out her son had been molested.
It didn't even enter my mind.
How come?
We don't go to the police. We take care of things in the community itself.
Taking care of the community at the expense, it seems, of the victims.
There you go. There you go. Rife. So let me I'm going to bring a couple of scriptures. I just really I was looking at some of that yesterday, boy, and I just really wanted to bring it to the front, boy. These people, this is why they found this. This is why I said to you, when you saw them pulling out these beds, right, out of these walls, right, it makes you truly understand what was going on when you saw all of that, all right? When you saw them pulling out those beds, where is it? All of those mattresses they was pulling out of that wall, it made you understand. Why did they have all those mattresses in there? Look at that. How many mattresses you see there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's mad. That one is soiled. Look at all those mattresses they got. What the hell could they have been doing down those tunnels? Just like he said, boy, there's a massive pedophilia ring within the Hasidic community, just like it is within the Catholic Church. Mad. But that's what's going on. Let me just grab a scripture. Psalm 64. Psalm 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And that's what that is. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? That's why they had all of this. So who shall see them?
Now, at least 9 arrests were made, but this footage here is extremely weird. Did you see that? Take a look. Why is there a mattress with that on it in that place? Genuinely, why is there a stained mattress in a dugout tunnel system in that place? What is going on? Anyways.
That's why they say, boy, who shall see them? Who shall see them? Job 9. Job 9, I want Job 8. That's why they do. Because they don't plan to get discovered doing their wickedness. Job 8. Job 8 and 22. They that hate thee, which are the Edomites, and that's what they are Edomites, shall be clothed with shame. So they've been exposed right now. They are clothed with shame right now, those Edomites. All right? And the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught. Those synagogues are the dwelling place of the wicked. Just like the Christian church, the Catholic Church, They are the dwelling place of the wicked. This is what we must understand. They are all the dwelling place of the wicked. Hold on. Another one here. Job, another one, Job 11. Let's just bring out a few precepts. Verse 18. Yeah. But the eyes of Job 11, verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked, who are the wicked? The wicked are the Edomites, Esau. Those small hats are the wicked, the so-called small hats. They're the wicked. They are Edomites. The eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. That's when the spirit leaves the body. That's when the Most High is going to take them out. That's why it says here, the light of the wicked shall be put out, right? It's Job 18. Job 18 says the light of the wicked shall be put out. Job 18 verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked is the so-called white man, the Edomites. Those small hats are so-called white people. They are the descendants of Esau. They go back to Amalek, the Amalekites, the grandson of Esau. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. It's going to be put out. The light of the wicked is truly going to be put out. The scripture says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, right? Talks about the triumphing of the wicked shall be short. That's Job 20, verse 5, I believe. Job chapter 20, verse 5, that the triumphing of the wicked, small hats, so-called white man, is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. The triumphing of the wicked, these are the wicked. These small hats are the wicked, is short. And the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. And if you go to Job 20, it will say, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. That's the devil, man. Job 21. Let's get that one. Job 21. It says, have you not asked them that go by the way, and do you not know their tokens, that the wicked, so-called white man, the Edomites, is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. The Most High is getting ready to take these people down. Them and their so-called two-bit religions. Another one here. Hold on. Psalms. Let's grab something from Psalms. Psalms chapter 9. I'm just kind of doing this in the spirit still, you know. So let's just chapter 9, verse 16. Psalms chapter 9, verse 16. Let me start here. Verse 15. It says, the heathen, they are heathens. The heathens are the other nations. All right? The Edomites are heathens. The so-called white man, the small hats, the so-called Jewish man, they are heathens. They are Edomites. They belong to another nation. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, right? What is the pit that they made? Were these tunnels, right? These tunnels that they made. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. All right, that's the pit that they made. Let's just read a few scriptures out. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. Psalms, hold on. Right, Psalms 9 verse 15, so make sure I'm reading from the right one. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hand. And that's what you see going on there. That's exactly what you see going on there. Look at them. That's the wicked. The wicked is snared in the feet of his own hands. The Lord, verse 16, Psalms chapter 9, verse 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hand. The wicked shall be turned into hell, into the grave, and all nations that forget the Most High. And that's who they are. They're going to fall into the snares of their own hand, the wicked. Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked, so-called white man, through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. He's not in these man's thoughts. These are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, mate. So they brought in concrete to put in that hole. That's the concrete trucks that they brought. And you have to wonder, is it because there's evidence down there that could cause a massive prosecution against these people in that place? You have to really wonder, is it the evidence that's down there? What is it? Right? Is it the evidence that they're finding down there? That's what you have to wonder. Let's grab another precept. Let's go to, where was I? I was in Psalms 10, right? The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh, the power, is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. That's Esau. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, as the rabbi was explaining what's going on within that community. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Under his tongue is mischief. And that's what we see. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. That's what we're seeing here, right? Under his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, the tunnels under that synagogue. In the secret places does he what? Does he murder the innocent? In the secret places does he murder the innocent? What the hell is they doing with mattresses behind this place? That's what I'm about. Seriously. Look at that. That's mad. That's absolutely mad. Look what's behind there. Full of mattresses. What the hell is going on in that place? His eyes are privily set against the poor. The scripture says, in the secret places does he murder the innocent. What are those tunnels? Those tunnels are secret places, right? That's what those tunnels are, right? Those tunnels are secret places. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lies in wait secretly as a lion in a den. He lies in wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor when he draws him into his net. He crouches and humbles himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He has said in his heart, Yahweh has forgotten. He hides his face. He will never see it. Arise, O Yahweh, O power. Lift up mine hand. Forget not the humble. Wherefore does the wicked contend this with the Most High? He has said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. This is what these Edomites think. Thou hast seen it. The Most High has seen your secret tunnels, mate. Your mattresses and all the wickedness that you small hats are going on with and continue to go on with today. Your greatest crime is that you've stolen the identity of the true children of Israel. You've usurped the true children of Israel. You think the Most High don't see what you're doing? You think he doesn't see? Come on. The scripture says, if we go back to Psalms 10, where is he? That's when he hides his face, we'll never see it. He crouches and humbles himself. This is what he's doing, right? Thou hast seen it, thou wilt behold it. Wherefore does the wicked contend with the Most High? He said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. This is what he believes. Thou hast seen it. The Most High has seen those secret tunnels. For thou beholdest mischief and spite. To requite it with thine hand, the poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. And that's what's happened. The Most High is seeking out the wickedness of these small hats and what they've been doing. The rabbi says 1 in 5 have been sexually abused within this community. The greatest cover-up. It's no different than the Catholic Church. What you hear, what's going on. That's why the Most High, this is why you got to understand we're in the latter days, because the Most High is revealing all of these people and their wickedness. All of these people and their wickedness. Seriously. It says here, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. That's what's going on here. The Most High is seeking out his wickedness. Look. Full of mattresses in the tunnel. Look at that. It's mad. Seek out his wickedness. Seek out his wickedness. That's crazy. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord Yahweh is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Yahweh, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Who are the humble? The children of Israel. In these last days, the remnant. Thou wilt prepare their heart, their mind. This is what the Lord is doing. Right now, he's preparing our minds and our spirits. This is why all these things are being exposed. Only the elect are going to wake up and understand what's truly going on in the world. Why the Most High is exposing these nations. Why he's preparing for the war of Armageddon. He's preparing for the mark of the beast, the microchip. He's preparing our mind for all of these things and our spirit. Thou will cause thine ear to hear. That's what we are doing, right? We are listening. To judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. These devils can no more oppress. That's what the Lord is getting ready to do. So that these devils can no more oppress. The Lord is getting ready to take these devils down. This is the wicked. Look at that. It's mad. And I actually put a video up this. I did do this a video about 5-6 days ago. A video, about 3 days ago when this first came out, should I say. I think it was Thursday this came out. Or Wednesday. This is the wicked. Scriptures are quite clear. Look at them. The secret places of the wicked. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the workers of iniquity that wet their tongue, Lord. That's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Be under no illusion what you're looking at there. Proverbs 14 and 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. So what we're looking at is the house of the wicked, and it shall be overthrown. It shall be overthrown. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown. Proverbs 15 verse 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to Yahweh, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto Yahweh, but he loveth him that follows after righteousness. That's the way. What you're seeing there is the way of the wicked. That's the way of the wicked, man. That's what you're looking at right now. That's an abomination to the Most High. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 4. The Lord Yahweh has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Even the wicked for the day of evil. And that's what you see there, boy. That's the wicked, boy. Trying to find another precept. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Proverbs 28 verse 28. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. And the Lord is getting ready to bring this man down. Proverbs 29 verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increases, but the righteous shall what? Shall see their fall. We're going to see their fall. We're going to see the fall of these people. Believe me. We're going to see the fall of these wicked. Isaiah 3 verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. The reward of his hands shall be given him. All the wickedness that this man has done. Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, says Yahweh, unto the wicked. Isaiah 26 verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, which is the promised land, Israel, will he deal unjustly. What is he doing over there right now? He's massacring the Palestinians, right? This is what these Edomites are doing. The land of uprightness is Israel, the promised land. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh. Let me read this again. Isaiah 26 verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked. That's who you're looking at right now. That's the wicked jumping and running about in that place. Let favor be showed to the wicked. Yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So on that note, we're going to leave it there. I pray you're edified by today's edification. The small hats call it grandfather love. That's what they call pedophilia in the Hasidic community. They call it grandfather love. And the rabbi who exposed them, right, who blew the whistle on them. He explained it to you beautifully what's going on within his own community. No different than the old Catholic Church. That's why I said the Lord is going to destroy every one of those houses of worship, every synagogue, every mosque, every church, and every temple. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone.